It's not too often, Kinsey, that I defend Prince Harry, but I've got to defend him here because he's come under fire for foul language, supposedly, and a tattoo stunt. This is in a video to promote the Invictus Games. Let's have a look.
You give me a tattoo, and then you come and play the Invictus Games.
That easy of a deal.
All right, screw it. Let's go. Let's do it. Where you want it?
We got to go for the neck.
The neck?
Yes.
No, I was thinking like my lower back or my ass.
No, nobody wants to see your ass, Harry.
No, that's the place where no one's going to see it.
Kinsey, don't tell me people are offended by that. Come on. That's just, that's nothing. That's surely not offensive.
Well, the commentary online is that that's not the type of behavior they expect from a prince, and that's not the type of thing they feel like they would have seen if Invictus Games was still under the royal family umbrella, which I do agree with. I don't think that the royal family would have approved a script like that. They might have allowed the scenario, but maybe not some of those words. And it's also kind of weird, Rita, and I agree with you, it's not as bad as it seems, but it's also kind of weird for him to be, at the same time that this drops, in Vancouver with kids and promoting the Invictus Games. It just seems like we're not on message to drop this video at the same time that he's hanging around with a bunch of kids trying to promote Invictus Games to school children. And maybe we should have spaced it out on the calendar a few days or something.
Well, Prince Harry is also reportedly heartbroken, Kinsey, over the fact that his children could grow up without knowing their royal relatives. This is according to royal expert Duncan Larcombe. Tell me more about this story. It must be sad. I mean, it would be sad for anybody not to have your children in contact with their cousins and aunties and uncles and grandfather.
Absolutely. And I really value Duncan. Yeah, right. And I really value Duncan's opinion because he spent a significant amount of time with Prince Harry when he was younger, and he's seen this evolution. In fact, he says that this is not the man that I grew up with. This is not the young man that I used to travel with, you know, watch at polo matches, travel all over the world with. And he talks about how the shift is Meghan. And he also said in this particular interview, Meghan's dreams have all come true. But what about Harry's? He is technically now richer than he was, even more famous, but he's surrounded by celebrity hangers-on rather than a group of trusted people who are really committed to seeing him flourish and see the best things happen for him. And I think that that's an incredibly important point, that we are watching all of Meghan Markle's dreams come true. But what about Prince Harry's? We're actually seeing him revert back to the work he did before. And good for him. He's trying to find his place in the world, but it seems kind of one-sided. The growth, the dreams coming true certainly seems one-sided.
We've been talking about all these celebrities who've pledged to flee America if Trump wins. Well, Trump has won, and won convincingly. And we do have a name who's apparently left the country. Ellen DeGeneres, former TV star, and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly, Kinsey, moved to the UK following Trump's re-election. Is this the reason they moved? Because we had another story about 3 or 4 days ago where a celebrity had moved, but then it turned out that they had moved years earlier and had nothing to do with Donald Trump.
This is a recent move. This is not necessarily because of Trump, but I think the shift, they wanted the House previously, but I think the shift full time is because of Trump. You remember that we actually discussed this, Ellen's Instagram, where she had that picture of Kamala and she was like, can't wait for you to be our first female president, and all the negative reaction she received. She's devastated about this win. And according to TMZ, she has moved 2 hours outside of London. And all I have to say is, the second that those Londoners and people in the UK realize that she is buddy-buddy with Meghan Markle, it's going to go over like a turd in a punch bowl. They're not big fans of Meghan Markle over there, so she might want to keep that on the low.
Yeah, I would do that. And obviously her reputation isn't what it once was, the way her show ended and all those allegations that came out from people who worked with her. So, yeah, she's no longer the golden girl, that's for sure. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time tonight.